Omni-Man vs. Bardock was a great fight. It was entertaining, the music was perfect, I personally liked the voice casting, and they had some good dialogue, but everyone knows that the result of this fight was absolute horse shit. They really said that Omni-Man destroying one large planet with everything he has plus two other Viltrumites almost as strong and Space Racer's Infinity Ray, otherwise they would have died on impact, is comparable to someone who could just wave their hands and destroy 3 planets. And just for fun, let's just say that Bardock is way weaker than King Vegeta. Let's say that he can only do this on his best day at full power in his base form. Nolan's feat would be him on his best day because he had help. Death Battle themselves said that these feats are very similar in power and they still didn't even divide Nolan's feat to himself. Bardock would still canonically have a 10 times booster that absolutely dwarfs those feats. Not only that, but they gave him his 50 times boost with Super Saiyan and said he still loses. Like, come on. Obviously they use Super Saiyan levels of reaching because they used this vague statement to get Omni-Man over Super Saiyan Bardock. They try to use the implication that the coalition of planets weaponry couldn't hurt Viltrumites before, but Thetis never says why. He never says that the ship's cannon couldn't hurt Viltrumite, which is why everyone using common sense makes the conclusion that they probably can't hit Viltrumites with it. Do you know how hard it would be to hit a small, speeding Viltrumite with a ship's cannon going in one direction? And they try to say that the ship can take its own firepower and Conquest destroyed the ship, so that scales Viltrumites above it. Yeah, Wonder Woman can take a punch from Superman, but a bullet can still get through her skin, so what? You wanna know how I know for a fact that's not what Thetis meant? Because shit like this can draw blood from Omni-Man, one of the strongest Viltrumite. Is Death Battle implying that this is stronger than the Coalition's cannons? And they give Nolan this massive solar disc feat, and they try to justify it using this right here, basically making all these excuses because you're probably thinking, if Nolan is this strong, why couldn't he do the Planet Viltrum feat by himself? Because they specified that they had to do it perfectly at the same time, otherwise they die on impact. The solar disc feat they try to give Omni-Man is not consistent with the Viltrum feat. I highly doubt that Omni-Man could destroy the solar disc in one punch the same way that Super Saiyan Bardock could just wave his hand and destroy a planet. Even ignoring the fact that Omni-Man had help, his best feat is done with him constantly building up speed flying, which he isn't going to be able to do during a fight, especially since they say that Bardock easily has the speed advantage. Bardock can do the same shit Omni-Man does, but with ki and less effort.